human rights record. But since the Gezi Park protest, that trend has...
I will come to these questions. I especially wanted to start with democratic rights in Turkey. But before that, just I want to give a very short introduction about our vision for next 4 years, as well as the international context. Based on that, I will make references to other questions as well. As you know, after 13 years in power, we had a critical election 7th of June, and first time we didn't have majority in the parliament. Of course, there were several scenarios after this result of the election. In fact, our vote was very high, 41%. Yesterday, I told in London on Monday, with less votes, David Cameron, Prime Minister, had the majority in the parliament. But it was a very critical time for us from 7th of June until 1st of November. We went through a very difficult process. But at the end, 1st of November result is a result not only because we won the election, but showing the democratic maturity of Turkey. You can compare with any other statistics in any other democratic country where Turkey had 85% turnover participation to election with full freedom of choice, 97.5% representation in the parliament, which means every vote has a reflection in the parliament, and 49.5% support for our party. We are in a democratic atmosphere. If we didn't provide enough progress in democratization, in rule of law, in economic development, there wouldn't be such a strong support for our party. In the last 13 years, we achieved many things. I am sure those who follow Turkey, they know very well what happened after 12th September coup d'etat in 1980, and several other direct or indirect military interventions to the system, as well as prohibition of ethnic languages, and many other restrictions on press freedom, freedom of expression, and restrictions in different subjects regarding minorities as well. Now, if we look at the developments in the last 13 years, civilian-military relation is right on the track. There is a full civilian control over the political life, and all civilians are accountable in front of law. And when we come to the, let's say, Kurdish issue, which was a real issue when we came to power, a mother who was going to the prison was not able to talk in Kurdish with her own son. We changed all the laws, what we call democratization process. And today there is no restriction on any language, neither in culture, nor teaching this language in schools, nor propaganda in these languages. If even there is in one of the questions, there is an assumption that in first 7, 8 years or 10 years there was a progress in Turkish democracy, but allowing propaganda in different languages was changed and was given as a right in 2010. And 2011 we implemented in the election. And even in my last election campaign, I spoke poor, but I spoke in Kurdish in some rallies, and there was no questioning about it. About minority rights, Christian minority,